Let's give you another try. I'm gonna put this stuff in first, now that I know approximately where that cap is. Down, oh, there it is. I finally see it right there. How much does it get that fucking thing? Got this thing off. It's like a bayonet type mount. So I was yanking on it, twisting it. Finally it came out. Now trying to get that thing into the space and then try to get it into that little tiny hole to the left there. I'm trying to focus on it, but there it is. Let's see if we can get it in there. I've already cut the top off there. When I opened this up, or when I cut the top off, I realized there was another safety seal there with one of those little flaps that you turn up and then you can just easily pull it off apparently. But it broke, and then so I had to punch it in, and then when I was first trying to fill it up, it seemed like the little flap was coming up and stopping it. So I went back inside, got a knife, cut it right off, and then also cut a bigger hole here because this wasn't coming out fast enough. This stuff's pretty thick. And then also put a light there to hopefully shine some light on the situation. Yeah, that should be better. There we go. It looks like it's right near the top. So it could be a bubble. But let's just put the lid back on. See if we can go for a ride. Got to go to the post office anyway, so lid's back on. Got my light. I love this light. It's great. It's coming lots. Oh no, I got goo all over. First time in a while. So I believe when we first bought this vehicle, it was we got it just over 300,000 kilometers. So in the last 3 years that we've had Rusty, we've put on 45,000 kilometers. You guys and me, you guys and I. All right, I think that's probably good enough. So if it does that clunky thing, that means it will not come out of second gear. But we're not going far. We're just going to the post office. Got a couple letters. Steve and Lisa's birthdays are coming up. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. Oh, it didn't do a clunky clunk. Okay, 20 kilometers an hour. I just want to let her warm up a little bit. I'm not sure at what RPM or speed it would go from second to third gear. I'd probably, if I was driving manual right now, I'd probably have it in second gear still at this moment, going this slow. Again, just want the engine to heat up a second. And it looks like it's stuck in second gear again. But again, that stuff might take a little while to kind of get around and do its thing. Apparently on the bottle it says, you know, it doesn't fix broken stuff. It just kind of fills in leaks and makes the engine or the transmission run smoother. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it should have changed in the third gear. So let's do a pullover and see what happens. I'll be gentle. Yeah, very big thud there. try it without shutting off the engine. As soon as I got it into the R, made the big thud. So instead of putting it into park, I'm just going to go up to neutral and then drive. Thud. Annoying. It sucks because it runs. The vehicle works, it runs, it just won't come out of second gear. That's so painful. So there you go, to all the people who are inquiring about Rusty. I keep giving them second chances. I was kind of hoping, I don't know, if something's broken, it's broken. There's nothing you can do about it. It just seemed to, back in the day when this would happen, it seemed to work when I'd shut the engine off, wait a second, turn it back on. There we go, we're in. I just know it. Second, third. As soon as I felt that no clunkiness, what the hell, man? Now I've got my full range of gears. So when we get to the post office, it'll be interesting to know when we get back in, will it? Because when I went to Steve's, I didn't shut it off and get out of the car, come back, and then it didn't work again. I was just driving, and then I stopped. Didn't turn the engine off or anything. I stopped at a traffic light. When it turned green, proceeded to go forward, and it was stuck in second gear again. So I had to keep pulling over. So, like I said, if I can mess with it like this for a little while, it's inconvenient, kind of scary if I was really far away. It's nice when it just shifts gears. Imagine if that Lucas stuff is actually working right now. I feel like doing a 24-hour stealth camp now. Or like a regular camp. I like camping in this thing. Forgot to mention, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl in the last 2 seconds of an overtime game. I think that's the first overtime game I've ever watched, so I didn't really know how overtime worked in football, just because I haven't never seen one. It's either one person wins by the end of the game or nobody wins. I've never seen a tie game. But they both put their all in. It looked like there was no chances of any of them getting a point for so long at the beginning, first half, because both defenses were just so good. They were not letting either of the teams advance. It was just crazy. But let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed the game. I did. I was hoping that San Francisco would win, because they haven't won since 1994. So, and apparently in the last 5 years, the Chiefs have won 4 times. So, give another city a chance, But it's always whoever the best team is on that specific day. But anyway, so congratulations, Kansas City. So at the Tickle Toad, I was pretty happy with myself. Didn't have one beer. I still haven't had a beer since the day before New Year's. I haven't had a beer since, what day was it? So Boxing Day was the last beer I had. And I would normally buy at least a 12 pack of the tall cans. I'm going to turn my vehicle around. At least every Friday. And I'd have my weekend beers, but I was contemplating not going to the Tickle Toad, because you you really want to have a beer when you're sitting in a pub watching a football game. But I managed by first drinking club soda, so that really helped at the beginning. And then the more people that around me that were drinking beer, the more I really wanted a beer. But I wasn't craving it. I just wanted to have the socializing of it and everybody having a beer. Not that anybody pressured me to have a beer. When I first walked in, people asked me if I wanted a beer because that's my regular routine, right? So and then I had 2 of the Guinness 0 alcohol beers, and I think they're only like 50 or 60 calories a can. I had 2 of them. Looking back, I didn't really need it, but it was nice. But if you're not drinking any alcohol and you want a beer and you're not drinking anything else, and the first time you have a Guinness 0, it tastes not bad, and it looks like you're drinking a Guinness. If you just want to kind of fit in, not that you have to fit in, you don't ever feel like you have to fit in with other people, but it took the edge off me really wanting to have a beer with my buddies and watching a football game. So and then I had Paul ordered a very large nachos with chili on it, so I ate probably half of that with Paul. It wasn't necessarily a lot of food because the nacho chips make it look like there's a lot of food. So it was funny, like just after I finished that, I'm like, you know what? I'm actually pleasantly satisfied right now, hunger-wise. And then I decided to order his famous curry chicken rolls, and I ate 3 of them out of 6, and I didn't want any more. Like, I'm not sure if it's I'm getting sick of deep fried food or what, or I was just full. Like before I went down, I had, I think, 4 bacon and 3 eggs, maybe about 2 or 3 hours before I went down. So maybe I was still satisfied by that. So after halftime, I decided to have a pound of wings and fries with some carrots and celery, and it didn't agree with me. I'm not sure, again, because I haven't eaten that kind of food in a long time, really. I tried to be as good as I could when I went to Florida, and didn't really eat wings and stuff like that. So I started getting a little bit of heartburn on the way home, or just after I left there. And it's possible because I was mixing that with those fake beers, and I only had 2, but I think that kind of those 2 things in my stomach just didn't agree with me. And so anyway, I just thought I would let you know what I did on Super Bowl. Let's go mail these letters and check our mailbox. I think I forgot my keys for my mailbox. I hate that. It's when I bring this vehicle, I don't have the proper keys for my mailbox, so hopefully they'll grab it for me. Well, because I brought the wrong key, they're not allowed to access my mailbox, which makes sense. Moment of truth once again. Yep, we're good. Ooh, yeah. Oh, no, it just did the clunk. It's funny, when I went into reverse, it was fine, and then I got it into drive, it was fine, and all of a sudden then it did the clunk. So chances are, as we all know, I'm gonna go do the back roads. Second. Still stuck in second. Dang nabbit. Neutral. No, it's like, oh man. I was kind of hoping it'd be so fun if we figured out that kind of combination between starting it, putting it into reverse, into neutral drive, neutral drive, neutral drive, and then she's working. So yeah, right now we're doing 40k and we're doing 2,500 RPM. Maybe if we're driving, we just put it in neutral. No, that didn't work. Neutral. I did the clunky clunk again. It's kind of cool that I discovered that when it goes into drive, when it does that little gear clunk, that when it doesn't do that, I know I'm going to get my full range of gears. Yeah. Do you guys see that? I'm not sure if because the stabilizer on this thing. Like the whole car shakes. Oh, it felt like it wasn't going to do it. I think what would be kind of fun is to get somebody to fix it, which could cost $3,000 to $4,000, which is absolutely ridiculous, and do an epic trip, and the money hopefully that we make on that epic trip will pay for the repairs, and then we can continue using Rusty for the next 6 months, or I just stop using this vehicle altogether and just use Moose, because we've kind of had some fun with Moose recently, because I wanted to, and because I had to. That's the only vehicle I could use. Well, there you go. To all the people who are wondering about Rusty, still not doing great. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to fix it. Again, if I could think of a way to make a specific series of videos with just this vehicle, then I would fix it. But I could just put that money towards Moose, which I think a lot of people also agree on. Like I've been wanting to put money into getting money together to put windows in Moose. That's why we haven't finished Moose. To all the people who keep asking about when you're going to finish Moose, well, it costs a lot of money. That's why when you buy a finished Sprinter RV, they're $200,000 to $300,000. There's a reason why it's $200,000 to $300,000. There's a lot of time and money put into that vehicle. So we don't have that kind of money right now. So we bought it for, I think the list price before all the taxes and freight and all that stuff was about $48,000, and we've already put in a few $1,000s for sure into it. But we can't do the ceiling, we can't do the walls until we've put windows in. You want to put those in first, then you put the walls in. So that's the status of Moose at the moment. But yeah, just working hard, trying to save up money to keep dumping it into the Moose. And you know, if there was a way of getting this thing on the road properly, then I would do it. But I don't think there is an inexpensive way of doing this. We've tried the Lucas. It doesn't seem to be helping. I'm not sure how many more times I should drive it before we write off Lucas lubricant. But anyway, thanks for all your help on all the videos and all your advice on what you guys think is wrong and how to fix it. I've tried a lot of your suggestions that you guys have given me over the last couple months, and none of them seem to be working. So I think it's either get rid of the vehicle or repair it and use it for another year.